Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you guys all for the support on the videos. Look, I know we have nothing yet regarding FIFA 21. Like, we really don't have much, but I'm just trying to get videos up on the channel because I know that when it gets closer to FIFA 21, I'm going to be posting less and less guides, tutorials. I mean, I know a lot of people are always asking me the first week of FIFA for things to like learn and things to understand about mistakes, trading methods, whatever it is, man. Like just management with your account. And so my goal this year is to say everything that you need to know is up on my channel. Just go click around the videos and see what's up. This video today is going to be very important because I think it's something that there are a couple things every year that I personally mess up myself. But there's a couple things that I think the most people on FIFA who are casuals really mess up, man. And they're super easy things to not do. If you guys enjoyed the video today, a thumbs up is super appreciated. I mean, again, we're playing with scraps here. You know, we don't have FIFA 21 yet. All I can do is apply my knowledge and my information on things in the last couple of years and try to help you guys there. Also, guys, I'm creating a FIFA 21 playlist on my channel with, I'm going to be putting the videos that I feel like are the most important to watch in that folder. It's going to be on my channel. If you look on the main channel, like the page, it's like, should be like the second playlist on there. So check that out if you guys are interested in that. But today what we're going to be talking about, guys, is mistakes not to make in FIFA 21, because there are a lot of things early on that people really mess up on and they're not aware that they're messing up on it. So we're going to go through them. We're going to talk about it. And why is FUT 21's to watch on your screen? The reason it's on your screen, guys, is due to the fact that there's a lot of stuff that people do wrong with ones to watch, okay? Number one, okay? Be careful if you guys are going to trade with ones to watch cards when they are in packs. And what I mean by that is that ones to watch cards the first week, what's going to happen is they're going to be put into packs and then they're going to rise for a first game day a lot, in my opinion. There's going to be some game day that they rise for while they are in packs, and you're going to want to be careful because they're going to go down a lot. They're going to go down a lot, guys, that first week that they're in packs. And what I guess, like, yeah, Rodri is a good example. This guy, people were thinking was going to get upgraded all year, and they're just going to drop, right? They're going to always rise for that first game day because people are excited for them. And if you guys don't know how ones to watch cards work, basically these cards with a good performance would get an inform and in turn an upgrade. But the thing is, the odds that these guys are going to play, anybody who's in ones to watch this year, the odds are going to play insane that first week are very low, and the risk is just not worth it. A lot of people will always go ahead and try to bet on it. Be very careful when you do that, because they do have an ongoing supply and they're going to lose value. Usually after a game they lose value anyways, but now that they still have supply, it's going to be like a double sell-off and they're going to really drop in value. So be careful with that. I would really hinder away from that if I could in FIFA 21. And I guess that leads me to my next point, because my next point is related to ones to watch cards. My next point is that, guys, this year I'm really recommending against buying gold cards that are going out of packs. Last year with ones to watch, if we take a look at it, there's a couple exceptions, but for the most part, they were super hyped up, right? Like, people were expecting these cards to fly out of packs, and it just kind of didn't really happen. It happened the first couple days or two, but for the most part, it really didn't work like all that well. I mean, Griezmann might be an exception, but I don't even know. I mean, Griezmann rose a little bit, but he went out of packs for like 2 weeks, and that's why he really rose, because he got an inform the week after. But for the most part, like, once the watches in the past, a lot of the time their gold card would rise a ton. I'm not so sure if it's going to do that again this year. I mean, this is probably the #1 most, like, invested thing that people give. Investors are always like, hey, ones to watch is coming out. This worked 2 or 3 years ago. Let's go for it this year. And for me this year, I'm not even going to be partaking in it. The only players that I'm going to be buying gold card wise are going to be the lower tier players, as I talked about in another video, because I feel like they're going to rise no matter what, because they have such a low supply and then they start getting to SBC solutions. But for the most part, guys, this year in FIFA 21, I would really recommend against buying gold cards. They're going to be going out of packs. It's a very overinvested, overrated trading method at this point in time. And it's kind of just such a beginner thing that at this point, I think we got to filter it out and we got to move on to something else. Next up, what I wouldn't do in FIFA 21 in the beginning. Guys, don't spend a ton of FIFA points. There's no need to do that. These games now are more menu based than ever. And it's so easy to obtain coins throughout the year that it's just not worth spending your money on the game. What I will say is, if you do spend your money on this year's game on FIFA 21, make sure you invest your coins early on. And what I mean, guys, is buy those top tier icons that are kind of like looking cheap. Maybe a Baby Eusebio is like 2 mil. Buy a Messi. Buy all these players on day one because they rise a lot over time, man. If we take a look at some of these top tier guys, I mean, they go up, bro. A lot of these guys will be expensive day one, but they will rise, man. You can see that Messi went up like 400 or 500K here. It just is going to happen as inflation is coming into the game, and we're going to see it with a lot of these top players. So if you're spending money early on and you have coins, please put them into a team. Please put them into a player or two on your transfer list because it's most likely going to grow a really decent amount over time, and it's something that I would super recommend to you guys. My next tip of things not to do in FIFA 21. All right, so let's say that you want to do advanced SBCs. This is something that you're really interested in and you want to make some quick profit. I'm going to say this, man. Okay, and there's two things here that I'm going to talk about with SBCs, okay? If the advanced SBC, guys, all right, is coming in a way that you're going to have to go out of your way to spend money, and I've seen this multiple times. People are like, okay, Nick, I'm going to do this advanced SBC, and I'm going to have no coins left, but hopefully I get good pack luck. No, you're not doing that. Don't do that in FIFA 21. I'm going to smack you, okay? Don't do that sort of thing. Advanced SBC should be a way that you can sneak a solution or two for a pack that's just going to be guaranteed profit. Like that should be your motivation with the advanced SBCs. It should not be, hey, I'm going to spend all my coins and hopefully EA give me a good pack. No, don't do that. Don't be an idiot, okay? You're being an idiot if you do that. My next thing that I want to talk about with SBCs, as I just mentioned, player of the month, okay? Guys, player of the month, okay, early on is usually there's one player of the month that's super worthwhile to do. FIFA 19 was Hazard. Hazard's player of the month people used for like 6 months. The year before, I think Son was really good, or 17 Son was really good for a long time. Be careful with these player of the months, man. What I learned this year is that EA is now dropping like 3 to 4 player of the months a month. We've got like La Liga, we've got League One, we've got Premier League. I mean, we've got so many now player of the months coming in. Bundesliga. Just be careful. I mean, for me, in a modern day FIFA, modern day like you guys managing your accounts, I think putting your money, your coins into player of the months is super not worth it anymore. I think you guys are way better keeping it tradable. I mean, EA released so many SBCs now. I didn't even know this came out. A flashback Buffon yesterday. But these guys released so many SBCs that you guys are going to want to save your money. You guys definitely going to want to save your money. That I would 100% recommend. I think that's so important that you guys really go ahead and save your money. I think another thing that's like such a big recommendation for me, guys, when it comes to EA Access, when it comes to that sort of thing, right? Two things, right? Once you guys finish EA Access, and that is the program that EA comes out with, it's like you can pay a little bit of extra money to get the game early. Once that finishes, guys, please go on your, whether it's your Origin account, your credit card statement, go cancel it. Okay, I've given EA probably like $60 over the last 3 years on my EA Access kind of running on months and me not freaking realizing. So just make sure you do that, guys, because you guys are not going to be wanting to give EA extra money at the end of the day. Nobody wants to do that. So just make sure you guys are staying in the loop with that sort of thing. And then last, I mean, really the next thing I would say is don't do on FIFA 21. Don't spend all your time on EA Access, which is 10 hours limited, unless there's another glitch this year. Do not spend it on the menus, okay? I talked about this in another video the other day. Guys, make sure you're doing squad battles. Make sure you're doing online games, this sort of shit. Don't be doing menu trading. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your time, but I am at the same time. Don't waste it trading. Don't waste it on the menus. It's just not going to be worth it. You guys are going to look back and be like, man, I really wish I didn't do that. And that's just what it is. Like it's so easy to log on to the web app. It's so easy to go onto the companion app on the phone and just do trading on these apps rather than wasting all your time, on console. I mean, I would say try out the co-op rivals when you get a shot and that sort of thing. And then I think one last thing that I would say that's super important that I always recommend for people early on with FIFA, do not spend all your coins on one player. That's always kind of like a real negative in my opinion. Early on when you're spending all your coins on one player, it's always like not a great idea. I don't know. I just think when you guys do that, it always limits you in terms of your account growth. Like, never have your team be worth more than like 60% of your coins early on, guys. It's very important to make sure you're continuing to grow your coins and grow your wealth on FIFA so that you can continue to make coins throughout the year. I mean, that's a really big thing. I always see people trying to get their dream player week 1. Just give it an extra weight, give it a little bit of extra couple weeks and stuff. That's always my best recommendation early on, guys, with FIFA, man. So, guys, let me know in the comments down below what videos you guys want to see next. I mean, we have another week or so where we could keep bringing prep videos. I mean, FIFA is going to be coming out, guys, like for us in a little bit, like a day or two more than 2 weeks. So we're almost there. Hang in there, guys. We almost have something to do. Thank you guys for watching my video today. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.